Hey guys, SilentCiel here. Welcome back for more Pokemon Megastar content. If you guys have been around the Pokemon Megastar community today, as of I'm recording, it is the 21st of June, 2026. Basically, we have seen some leak images from Taiwan's side showing what is Galaxy versions 2 6-star lineup, including some blur images of basically the entire master set of Galaxy version 2. Now, credits to those people who have uploaded the images. Most probably the people who uploaded those images may not own those images as well, so I do not know who to give the proper credits to, but credits to those who have uploaded them. I will be using those photos provided from the community. For those of you who have uploaded those images, credits to you and wherever your source came from. Alright, so let's take a look at the 6-star lineup, because we're not going to dive into the entire Megastar master set right now, because the images of the 4 stars, the 5 stars, and the 2 stars and the 3 stars are just really blur, not high quality to even break down the entire thing. So we're going to just wait until the official launch of Galaxy version 2 in Taiwan, until the official webpage for Taiwan's Megastar site uploads the entire listing of the entire version set, and we're just gonna break down just the 6 stars for today. So first things first, let's talk about the 6 stars that are in this list. They come from a variety of Japan's versions of the Megastar series. So we're going to break down the website later on, looking at the stats of the chips. And of course, we are talking about what is the possible 1 in 400 tags basically in this set. So if anything is to go by what we have seen in Galaxy version 1, we have 2 1 in 400 tags. So basically, the Galaxy version 1, we had Arceus and we had Mewtwo Dynamax form. And this time round, it seems like it might follow the same trend. So this is my speculation for the list. If you guys think that it might be any other Pokemon within the lineup of the 10 6-star chips, let me know in the comments down below. Let's talk and discuss. What do you think it is, the 1 in 400 tag? This is just speculation at this point of time. We are just going to go by looking at the whole lineup. Okay, so let's talk about the 10 Pokemon in version 2 of Galaxy, and let's see which ones are useful. It's pretty straightforward when it comes down to my listing of what is useful. As long as a Pokemon has a special attack, special form, it is deemed useful. However, we will break down which tags are going to be replacing my current 6-star line of tags that I'm using in the boxes, which I have not done a video yet. So if you want to check out what 6-star Pokemon I do carry to play with, make sure you hit the subscribe button to the YouTube channel. And of course, if you appreciate the content just like this one and all the previous ones beforehand, make sure you hit the like on the video. Before I move on, let me do a quick shout out to everyone who saw me at the United Square event on Saturday. I was there collecting more special Lycanroc Dusk Form tags, just like I mentioned. Usually I keep them for new players to give out, or basically if I want to do giveaways for this YouTube channel in the future. Yeah, so I really appreciate all the people out there who have actually noticed me, because I'm fairly new into the Megastar basically social media content creating group, and yeah, it's nice that people are starting to notice me. I mean, it's not that hard to find me, because I'm like the only few players in Singapore that has like a facial so it is not hard to find me. But yeah, I really appreciate that everyone who came to say hi, or just happened to see me and hey, I recognize that fella, but a bit too shy to say hi, but that's fine. I notice you guys and your family. Basically, yeah, it's really nice to see most of you come up to me and say hi and talk about maybe what's up next, and like ask for tips, ask for opinions, that kind of thing. So it really warms my heart, truly, as a content creator. It always comes down to people who appreciate the content, who follow the content, and enjoys discussing the content, if be it in person or be it on the social media platform itself. So it really, really motivates me as a content creator to do more videos for you guys and gals, of course. Basically, to move the community forward and to learn deeper about the game and to expand our love of the Pokemon franchise or whichever series that I do talk about here on the channel. So big love, big shout outs to all of you who have said hi or barely said hi. If you guys find the courage in the future, just say hey. So for those of you who did say hey on the day and I may not have noticed, I regret that I didn't basically find out about you saying hi until like my friend who was beside me was like, say, hey, that guy just said hi, and I said, oh oh dear, sorry, so sorry for those who I missed the chance to react. But yeah, I really appreciate you all. All right, so let's dive deep into basically the 10 6-star tags in Galaxy version 2. I'm gonna show you basically my screen recording of the website for the Japanese Mezastar tags. We're gonna talk about each of the tags and their special forms, their stats, whether I deem it useful or not, and of course let's speculate which of the 10 6-star tags are the 1 in 400 if it's following according to Galaxy version 1. Alright, so let me get the screen recorded here. Alright, okay, so let's take a look at the very first one, which is Lizardon. If you guys are not familiar with the Japanese name, basically it's Charizard. So we have too many of these Charizards. Basically, we have like the special tag version. Then there is the Dynamax bracelet version. Then there is basically the special version in the machines itself as well. So that's 3 already, and now we have the 4th one. So do we need so many Charizards? Yes, Charizard is like the biggest hoo-ha in all card game Pokemon history, but do we actually need that many? Okay, so here's the thing. It is at a P level of 138. It is the Gigantamax version of Charizard, not the Dynamax version. And if you take a look at the stats down here, Charizard's Kain Hosha, or Flamethrower, basically, you can see the ink. I'm quite surprised that the Japanese website actually states the English name of the move right here. That's pretty interesting. And yeah, so Kain Hosha changes into G-Max Wildfire, as we can tell from the Dynamax move here. It uses the 127 special attack stat to basically do damage to your opponents. So definitely, if you don't have a fire type Dynamax Pokemon, Charizard is definitely one to add to your arsenal. But eventually, if we do a full breakdown of the master stat, I'll eventually tell you if any of these 6 stars I will be replacing from my 6-star box. Keep a lookout for those videos in the future. For now, we're just going to talk about it just like this. Alright, so next thing, we're going to move to basically Latias and Latios, my 2 favorite siblings of the Pokemon world. If you guys didn't know, of course, Latias is the sister, then Latios is the brother. Both of them do not have any special forms or special attacks. So basically, they're just standard 6-star Pokemon. We always do have a few 6-star Pokemon that don't have any special moves. Unfortunately, they are technically redundant or not so used or underused in the Pokemon franchise terms. If you play video games and you play the TCG, you will know that underused is basically the term for such Pokemon. Unfortunately, for the Mezastar series, Latias is underused. She has definitely a psychic type attack, so if you want to use standard Pokemon without, cracking your brain, something dropped. Anyway, yeah, Latias definitely is something you can consider if she is definitely one of your favorite Pokemon, like she is mine. You just want to use it for show, why not? Show some love to your favorite Pokemon. Alright, so let's take a look at the brother Latios. Oh, that glare is so sexy. No, I'm straight, man. Okay, but that glare is All right, so the brother also has a psychic move, Luster Purge. Something to do with the glare, has that title of the attack in it. Okay, so 161 special attack stat compared to the sister. Sister has 137. Sister does have more defense in the special department compared to the brother. So yeah, if you do need a defender, use Latias. If you need an offensive Pokemon, use Latios. And yeah, both brothers and sisters don't have any special forms, special moves. These tags are just the regular version of Latios and Latios. But if you know your video games well enough, we do have Mega Forms for them in the future. And yes, the Mega Forms are in the Mesostar tags as well. But let's see, maybe version 3 of Galaxy, we will get the Mega versions of the brothers and sisters. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. So we have Zacian returning to us again, but this time around as a double attacker. So Zacian, basically here we have 206 as its PE, pretty high. I mean, most double attackers tend to be that. So I have not talked about basically the different forms of offensive play in Mesostar yet, because I'm just starting out, but we are already doing advanced content such as this already. So double attackers basically is like your tag team Pokemon for 5 stars. Just one Pokemon doing 2 attacks, but with different element types. So as you can tell from Zacian here, Zacian has the Behemoth Blade, which is his signature move, just like the older version of its 6-star form, which didn't have any special move. So this one would definitely replace the old Zacian. Moonblast, a fairy type move, fantastic. And if you can tell, you can see from there on the screen, Behemoth Blade uses its physical attack, which is its highest stat, which is 226. Moonblast uses its special attack, 109, not fantastic, but you know, it does what it needs to, because it dishes out 2 attacks, higher chances for criticals, and of course, you know, it spreads the damage as a AoE to other Pokemon in your opponent's party, dealing more damage and destroying the entire party faster than it needs to. So yeah, this one definitely is a must get if you don't have any double attackers in your 6-star collection right now. And you know, Zacian and Zamazenta are both pretty awesome legendary Pokemon as well. Alright, so let's take a look at the other buddy, which is Zamazenta here. So as you can tell, it has Behemoth Bash, which is also a signature move. And surprisingly enough, close combat, it uses both attacks actually use the highest attack stat on Zamazenta, which is surprising because technically, if you know your video games well and if you know your past Zamazenta and Zacian tags in, I guess, Stardust version 1, basically, Zacian was the higher attacker for that version, and this time round, Zamazenta gets his redemption because it is the higher attacker this time round compared to Zacian. Wow. But okay, let's take a look at the main stat. Of course, definitely 226 is higher, but having both attacks using the highest stat on Zamazenta, that's actually pretty nice. So you get a evenly spread out 174 twice, while as Zacian you get like 226 with 109 divided by 2. So that's actually lower than what Zamazenta does. And you get a metal and fighting, so fantastic all-rounder Pokemon. Very useful if you fight rock type Pokemon, because rock is weak to both steel and fighting. So if you see opponent who is rock type like Tyranitar, Golem, Onyx, Steelix, you know, that kind of thing. Not Steelix, but Onyx. Any rock type Pokemon, basically just use Zamazenta and beat the hell out of them. Alright, okay. So let's take a look at the next one, Duraludon. I cannot pronounce this Pokemon's name. To be honest, back in the day when Sword and Shield was out, I really did not memorize any of the Pokemon's names because it didn't hit me as hard as it should have. But of course, there are certain Pokemon that did impact me, so therefore I spent a bit more effort to memorize certain Pokemon's names. Unlike the first Pokemon series, the original 151. or 150 if you did not include Mew back then. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of the original Pokemon fans out there will probably memorize the original first 151 Pokemon's names. But once it goes beyond Gold and Silver, basically people will have limited memory space to memorize every single Pokemon's name. I'm sure you are just like me. But of course, kudos to you who can remember all the 1,000+ Pokemon's names. You can be the next professor. All right. So Duraludon, we have a Dynamax version here. Oh no, sorry, this is the Gigantamax version. So I apologize. I just remembered that this thing is a Gigantamax one. So 158 for the PE. That's not too bad. I mean, the higher the PE, the better the stats. But of course, it means if you're a high score chaser, this thing doesn't give you high score. But most high score players would never use 6 stars. 6 stars. To be honest, in our version of Megastar here in Asia or in Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, wherever there is Megastar right now, we barely use 6 stars unless you happen to be battling a 6 star and you want to definitely get a capture chance for those 6 stars. Whereas back in Japan, when Megastar was still around, even like right now for Frenda, 6 stars are kind of vital in terms of the regular gameplay because you have to use your current lineup of Pokemon to fight a bunch of Pokemon at one go. So if you defeat like one bunch of Pokemon, the next round comes in and you keep fighting the same Pokemon. It's a lot more exciting back in Japan, Singapore, Asia, Taiwan, Philippines, Indonesia. We get super watered down version of the game. It's just it's a whole different ball game. But anyway, we get a Dragon Move, we get Outrage, not too bad. And of course, it's Gigantamax attack. Basically, it's the G-Max depletion. Using the base stat of 128, which is not its highest attack stat, which is kind of disappointing. So, if you ask me, Duraludon is definitely a sit back and collect dust collector card. So, that's kind of a bummer. So, hopefully, this thing is easy to attain because it's not that fantastic to use, to be honest. So far, what we have seen, I believe, Duraludon is around the same usefulness as Charizard Gigantamax, sadly to say. Charizard's stat is not fantastic either. So I would say Charizard and Duraludon are around the same usefulness level. So far, Zamazenta and Zacian have proven to be pretty useful. Stats fantastic, going above the 150. And of course, let's move on to the next one, which is Rayquaza, or Rayquaza if you are familiar with the Japanese name. Rayquaza, here we finally get its Mega form from the older versions of Megastar in our country. We had the regular version already, and finally we are getting the Mega version. I don't know if they purposely got the Mega version of Rayquaza out earlier because the card game and Pokemon Pocket are also getting Rayquaza in the next expansion set. I think it's lining up just nice. Who knows? Let me know in the comments if you think I'm right about this speculation. But look at the stats of this thing. My goodness, you don't call it like a universal protector for no reason. Look at the stats. It's like 199 HP, 188 for its basic attacks, and 188 for its special attack, which it doesn't use because it's a mega. It's a mega. At least it's a mega. So you do have that special form change. However, if you look at its attack move typing, it's a flying type attacker. Okay, fine. So I believe Rayquaza is the highest flying type mega chip right now in Megastar for us. Definitely going to be useful as a flying type attacker if you need one. We don't know if the version 2 of Galaxy will require a lot of flying type attackers to be present, but we'll see. Once the master sets list is released, we can kind of break down the entire thing. This thing is definitely useful, and this is my speculation. Rayquaza is definitely going to be one of the 1 in 400, just like Arceus and Mewtwo. Definitely gonna have one legendary, but who knows? We will maybe have our mythical or non legendary basically a regular Pokemon, just like Mimikyu was. Mimikyu was not a legendary. It's not a pseudo legendary as well. Basically a mythical Pokemon if you know your terminology in Pokemon. So yeah, so Rayquaza, to me, I believe this is gonna be a 1 in 400. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this one is gonna be a tongue twister because this is very hard to pronounce. This is Naganadel. Hope I got it correct because I definitely did not remember this Pokemon's name. I watched the Pokemon anime in Japanese, so Agoyon. So that's the Japanese name. So very different compared to its English name. So definitely, if you're a fan of the Pokemon anime, you have seen Ash Ketchum or Satoshi basically use this Pokemon. I believe it was in his Sword and Shield series. Yeah, so it is a useful Pokemon because it is a 6-star poison type attacker. We don't have a lot of Pokemon that is a poison type attacker. Unfortunately for this fella, he has no special form, no special move. So it's gonna be a backseater for me, just collecting dust as the rest of them. But it has a pretty nice artwork though. So yeah, if you're a fan of it, why not? Okay, moving on. So this one, I do not know how to pronounce his name as well, so I'm gonna try not to butcher it. So Zarude, which is exactly no, it's not exactly its Japanese name. It's close enough. So English is Zarude. Japanese version is Zarudo. So do and day. So I don't know what the translators were thinking back then, but here we go. So this Pokemon was featured from the Pokemon movies, like so many of our mythical legendaries. So this thing, I believe, this is my speculation once again, I believe this is our 1 in 400. So unlike version 1 of Galaxy where we had Arceus that did not have any special forms, did not have any special attacks, so Arceus unfortunately was one of the more useless 1 in 400s released for Galaxy. Mewtwo, however, had the Dynamax version, so basically Mewtwo was the more useful one in terms of the 1 in 400s for Galaxy version 1. So I'm gonna break out a very hard to answer question, or rather basically I might be criticized for this, but I've already talked to a few players who have known me in the arcades for a while now. Why is Arceus being priced the same as Mewtwo if Arceus is useless? Okay, truthfully speaking, as a Pokemon player, especially from TCG times up to now, cards or Pokemon that were useful tend to be more expensive because they tend to be meta. Useful tags need to be more expensive. Not useless ones. You get it? Talk to me in the comments down below. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? I don't know. Yes, Arceus is hard to attain because it's a 1 in 400, but its usefulness doesn't prove its price. So that's kind of unfortunate. If you look through the entire history of the Pokemon card game, if you have been a player, you will know that usually cards that don't tend to be useful tends to be even lower in price, especially even though they are hard to come by. For those of you who are collecting SARs, all the high rarity cards nowadays, even though the card is useless, they don't tend to be very expensive unless the artwork is so pretty that it boosts its price. But unfortunately for Megastar tags, the art doesn't change, at least in our version, because the Japanese version, they have sparkly editions. Anyways, let's move on. So we are on to our last tag here. All right, we have Lucario. So Lucario is a Dynamax version. Of course, we have plenty of fighting type Dynamax tags out there. So this one is just going to be another backseater, I guess, until we compare the stats to all our current available 6-star fighting Dynamax Pokemon. So for me personally, I do not compare the tags to a Z move or a double attacker or you know, basically any, if it's a Dynamax, I compare it to Dynamax or a Gigantamax. So I would not compare to the others because, you know, each form of fighting style tends to need its own set of typings and best stat versions. That's how I determine what's in my box. So that's just a rough idea of what's in my box and how I sort them. So Lucario, using its special attack stat of 145, which is its highest stat, fantastic. That is a special attacker. Defense wise, 90 across the board, so kind of paper thin. If you ask me, anything below 100 is kind of paper thin. So you need the first hit chance to basically do well. Basically, Lucario has also always been known as a glass cannon. If you guys do not know the term glass cannon, basically it's a higher attacker with super terrible defenses. Anyway, guys, that's the 10 6-star tags in Galaxy version 2. What do you guys think of the Pokemon tags that are coming out in this version? I did not mention where the versions they come from in the Japanese site, but let's do a very quick rundown. Basically, Charizard comes from version 3 in Japan's Mezastar tag system. Basically the very first three sets, or sorry, basically the third set in the very first series of Mezastar in Japan. So that's why the stats and the PE are kind of low, because it's the first few. And then followed by Latios and Latias that came from the same set. If you can see from the background, Arceus is there. So yes, Latios and Latias came from the same set that Arceus came from. This one is Super Tag 4th version. So this is the second series after the regular version in terms of Japan's Mezastar. Then for Zacian and Zamazenta, they both came from the same set. So for us fans who have just recently concluded Galaxy version 1, you can see the 3 starters right there, and the Pikachu, they came from the same set as Zamazenta and Zacian. These two came from the double chain version 1 in Japan, whereas Duraludon and I believe, yeah, Duraludon is the only one that came from double chain version 2, and followed by Rayquaza, basically is the Super Tag version 5. And of course, well, we have the Naganadel. Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous saying this Pokemon's name. Naganadel is also from the same series as Rayquaza. And you can see that our 1 in 400 Mewtwo is actually there as well. If you're wondering why I'm pointing here and there, because I have like 2 monitors. So the Japanese website is here, and then the English naming on my notes is here. That's how my setup is. Okay, so, and yeah, so you can see like some of the Pokemon that we have seen before in this list, just behind the PNG of the Pokemon. And of course, Zarude is also basically in the same version as Rayquaza and Naganadel. Yeah. And then followed by the last one, Lucario, which is in Super Tag version 5 as well, same as the Rayquaza and Naganadel. So we're getting quite a few Pokemon from Super Tag version 5. At least 4 of them. So, what do you guys think of Galaxy version 2? The selection of tags that are coming out here. Hopefully, let's see if any of the 5-star are useful. I'm looking forward to more Link Pokemon, because we definitely need more typing for Link. So far, we've got 2 electric Link, 1 fire, and 1 poison. So that's 3 types already. So there are so many Pokemon typings out there. Yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching another video. I know the breakdowns tend to be usually longer, but let me know in the comments down below what you think throughout this entire content. What sparked your interest? Are you interested in version 2? What do you think is the 2 1 in 400 tags? Let me know your speculations down in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video, talk to me, say hi in the conventions, you know? Don't be shy. I won't bite. Seriously, I don't bite. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Mata ne. Oh my god, it's 12:30 AM. Time to go sleep. But I need to edit this video.